Next, released on March 27th, Cryptworm, Infectious, Pathological, Waste. This is their third full length. They're from Bristol, England. It was released on Meisako Un Oho Records, I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's the same label as Undergang and Frenolith from Denmark. But from the band name and the album name, you can kind of guess where this music, the place that it takes you. It's oozing, dripping, reeking death metal. Is filthy, gross vocals, just a nasty atmosphere. The album cover is just hideous, and it's fucking awesome, man. It's probably, in my opinion, it's their best release. Tons of catchy, chunky riffs that mix well with the faster parts. Another band that I would love to see live. I don't know if they tour in the United States, but really killer shit from Cryptworm. Next, released on March 27th, again, another new band that I'm hearing for the first time this year. Foetorem, I think it's pronounced. Incongruous Forms of Evergrowing Rot. What an album title, and what an album. It might be my album of the year so far. This is their debut full length. They're from Denmark. I've been really getting into this Danish death metal, I'll tell you, with Undergang and fucking Frenolith that I just mentioned. Frenolith had a release last year. I think Undergang might have released last year as well too, but this album was released on Everlasting Spew again, which I just mentioned with Fossilization, and this is just killer death metal that is rooted in Death Doom, which is pretty much the sound that I go to for death metal. Like, you have the bass sort of genre or subgenre as Death Doom, and it goes in like many different lanes. It has fast parts with blast beats, and it goes really slow at times. There's breakdowns at times, like real like chunky, like nasty breakdowns. This album, honestly, it's a bit all over the place sometimes, but I'm not even saying that like in a bad way. I don't really think it hurts the record at all. It just goes in many different musical lanes, but it doesn't veer away from death metal. Ugly vocals, ugly gutturals, massive riffs. It's drenched in a thick, swampy atmosphere. It's cavernous and monstrous, and yeah, I mean, I honestly, this album might be my album of the year so far. I'm going to talk about another one that will be the closing album on this list, but yeah, this is really fucking good from Foetorem. Next, second to last album on this list, Earl, Sweatshirt, and Mike, Pompeii Utility, released on April 3rd. So completely different direction from all the music that I've been talking about for the last like 10 minutes. This album was produced by Surf Gang out of California, I believe. I was kind of familiar with them, not like that much, but yeah, Earl and Mike, this is a collab album that has been, I feel like, a long time coming, and it sounds nothing like what most people, including myself, thought it would sound like. So the genre that I feel like this album fits in, and that I've heard some people talking about, is the plug genre, which is like a subgenre of trap that focuses on dreamy, airy production and relaxed, mellow rapping. It's the best way. It's the best way I can kind of describe this album. And for me, like the characteristics of this plug genre, I feel like this album fits that mold very well. I don't even know if either Earl or Mike know about plug or care about it or whatever, but yeah, I was thrown off definitely at first by the singles that were released, but I wasn't entirely surprised by the sound. I was thrown off, but going off of like past releases by Earl and Mike, the past like few years or so, they've been definitely going into this trap sound like more often. Not on their solo albums, but on like collaborative tracks. Yeah, overall, it's a strange album. It's weird hearing Earl and Mike rapping the way that they do on this, but for me, it's very enjoyable, and it's growing on me. These are two. It's weird because they're two prolific lyricists that are basically mumbling their way through 33 trap rap songs. Also, they only appear on the same track twice, so there's only two like collaborative tracks. It's a collab album, but they kind of just have their own halves. The two songs that they're on together, Lead Belly and Kirkland, I think are also two of the best songs on here. They're still spitting, like they're still rapping. Once you're able to decipher some of the lyrics that come out through their very mellow, very mumbly, very stoned deliveries. But I think it's a solid album. It probably disappointed a lot of people, but huge fan of both of these guys. Earl released my second favorite album of last year. Mike released my fourth or fifth. I love the abstract nature of this and the surprising sound. I think it's fucking awesome that they're just like, they don't give a shit. They're just having fun. And yeah, Pompeii Utility. And last but certainly not least, Immolation Descent, released on April 10th. This is their 12th full length. These guys have been a band since 1988. 38 fucking years. From Yonkers, New York, Nuclear Blast Records. This is an exceptional effort from a legendary band. Death metal, a legendary death metal band, legendary band, period. It's a band with no real weak point in their discography. They are probably the most consistent death metal band ever. I mean, I feel like all the big death metal bands like Deicide, Morbid Angel, Cannibal Corpse, I feel like there's some weak point in all those discographies. Maybe a couple of them are as consistent as Immolation, but Immolation is just a prolific band with like no weak point. And this is brutal, violent, relentless, ferocious. Like many other Immolation releases, their sound makes you feel like you're being lowered into hell, into the fiery pits of hell. The title Descent suits this album very well. It's just really incredible to see a band that's been around for almost 40 years still releasing quality. Sometimes it seems like they literally get better and better. Bob Vigna, the lead guitar player, is a lord of death metal riffs. Ross Dolan, vocalist and bassist, sounds like a monster on this. His vocals are just fucking brutal, man. Steve on drums is nearing genius level at this point. He's incredible. Fantastic album. It's top 3 or top 2 of like death metal releases so far this year, and yeah, man, just fucking killer. And that concludes the video. Those were my favorite releases so far of this year. This year's been pretty good musically. There's been a lot of great metal. There's been good ambient stuff. There's been good rap releases. It's been pretty good. Hopefully I'll be doing a favorites of May and June or something like that. Or maybe like I'll do like a favorite releases of the summer or some shit like that. I'm not really sure. I've been sprinkling in some like poetry readings here and there on this channel. with some videos that I make and that I edit myself and all that shit. I kind of just put on this channel whatever I want to and see how it does. I don't know. But yeah, I hope whoever's watching enjoyed this video. Maybe got put on to some new killer shit. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.